So the game I'm playing today is called Creeper World 3 Arc Eternal. Now a few months ago I played one of the earlier entries in this series, which was Creeper World User Space, and technically I played Evermore as well, even though it was only for like a brief moment at the end of my User Space video, so I didn't really play it necessarily. But for those of you who didn't see that video, Creeper World is a very unique take on the real-time strategy genre. The game has you squaring off against one single kind of enemy in particular, a strange blue alien liquid, and it was pretty cool. It was something I had never seen done in an RTS before. It was originally a series of Flash games that came out from 2009 to 2011. Creeper World 3 is the most recent entry in the series, being released in 2014, even though the copyright date at the bottom of the screen says otherwise, but that was when it was last updated, not when it was released. Now at the end of my Creeper World User Space video, I did bring up Creeper World 3, and I basically said that I wasn't sure if I was going to play this, and it's been a few months, but I did finally get around to playing Creeper World 3, and in my opinion, I think this is the best game in the series by far. The story this time does not center around Odin City, because Odin City is long gone now, it's a relic of the past. The story of this game, to oversimplify, is that you are this guy who has been in stasis for billions of years, you wake up, you find out that the Creeper has basically destroyed the entire universe, and you're traveling to different sectors of the galaxy trying to rid all of the planets of the Creeper, despite the fact that they've already been destroyed pretty much. But a lot of the Creeper emitters are still there, and you just have to go around the planets and destroy them. In User Space, the objective was to get Odin City to safety by activating a certain number of totems in each level, which would activate a portal that Odin City could fly through and escape into. That's not the case in Arc Eternal. This time, you have to destroy the Creeper emitters, because you can actually do that now. I don't believe that was possible in User Space. A lot of the weapons and utilities do make a comeback from User Space, except a lot of them have different designs now, and their names have also been changed. This game also introduces some brand new weapons and utilities, which I'm not going to spoil right now because I'd rather just jump straight into the game. So how's about we just go and do that. Now, Arc Eternal is the first mode that is unlocked to us from the very beginning. Story mode, play and complete missions to unlock other sectors. There is also Colonial Space and Projects, which I have unlocked. I believe Projects is the level editor, and Colonial Space is where you can go and download custom maps. Then you have these three modes that are currently locked. Tormented Space, a vast and tormented region, free as many systems as possible in these challenging worlds. We unlock this via the Arc Eternal missions, so we have to complete more missions in order to access this. Same thing with Prospector Zone and Alpha Sector. I'm pretty sure these are just more levels, so we'll just go to Arc Eternal for now. So we do have a map screen right here, so we have these planets that are orbiting this star. We have two planets right here, which are Tempest and Carceri. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Now the reason why they have a green glow around them is because I've already completed those levels. As a matter of fact, we can show the sector map by clicking on the star right here. There's about 9 sectors in total that we have to unlock here, and some of them do lead to the Prospector Zone, others lead to the Alpha Sector, and others lead to Tormented Space. So you can pretty much take your own path through all of these sectors. Well, you can't right now in the first few, but then about halfway through the game it just opens up to you and you can take whichever path you prefer. Now the sectors I've cleared already are Inceptus, which only has 2 levels, Abatis, which only has 3, and I've only completed part of Navox right now. So I wanted to show Inceptus first because this is the beginning of the game. When you also click on the star, you click on another sector, it'll warp you to that sector. So that's how jumping to sectors works in this game. So we can go to Tempest first. We do have online scores. There are leaderboards. I think like Creeper World User Space, at least I think that had I think that had leaderboards. I have no idea if it did or not. This is the autosave that it generated after I beat the level, but we'll just go and restart the world. There's usually a lot of dialogue boxes that would have appeared if I went through this the first time, but they're not going to appear because I already played through this section of the game. Personally, I don't care too much for the story, so I'm not even going to bother showing you guys any of the text boxes, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to care about it either. So we're just going to go and restart the world, and we're gonna play this from the very beginning. So it works pretty much like the original Creeper World, and even looks like the original as well. The game is currently paused here, as you can see. But basically you have the speed up options. You do actually have more speed up options this time, because there was an option in Creeper World User Space that allowed you to fast forward the game by 2 times the speed. But now you have a 3x and 4x option, so you can increase the speed even more. Now, since we're not in control of Odin City anymore, what we do is that we have a command right here. This is an orbital. Some of these are locked right now, mostly because we can't use it in these levels. There's also this thing called Titans. I have no idea what this is because I haven't been able to get to it yet, or I haven't been able to reach the level where you can finally use those. We only have 2 weapons available for us right now, which are the cannons and the nullifiers. So the cannon is essentially what the blasters have been turned into. They work the same way as blasters, though. The only thing is that they have a different name and a different design. That's pretty much the only difference. The nullifier is a new weapon, if I'm not mistaken, and this is what you use to destroy that creeper emitter right over there. Now, you can't see my cursor because I'm not recording it, but the thing that says AMT3 interval 0.5, yeah, that's the creeper emitter. And there's also another pod that we want to collect, which is directly behind it, even though we don't actually need to collect it because we've already unlocked all of the levels in this sector. At least I do think you need it in order to unlock the other levels, but whatever. We place down the orbital. We are going to unpause this so the creeper starts flowing. So the first few levels of this game basically play out as tutorial levels, but since I've already played through this, I'm going to try and explain this to you guys. I'm gonna try and explain it instead of the game, because screw what the game thinks. So, you go to structure right here. It tells you that you have to build 10 collectors, so it's pretty much the same as user space, so you build all these collectors in order to get energy. Now, the heads-up display is a little bit different, or the user interface is. So, that little bar at the top center of the screen, it shows you the amount of energy you currently have. There's this little number, 2 numbers actually, 2 decimal numbers that are in both green and red. The red number shows how much energy you're depleting per second, and the green number shows how much energy you're creating per second. Generally, you want the amount of energy you're creating per second to surpass the amount of energy you're losing per second, because that way you'll have, a huge energy reserve, and it'll allow you to do extremely insane things. Or basically, it allows you to build a lot of structures without, depleting all of your energy. So, they build a lot quicker. So, we have 10 collectors set up right here. Weapons are required for destroying the creeper, so we have to build 3 pulse cannons, which is exactly what we are going to do. Now, I don't think there really is any use for us to place them right here, because this is a very short level anyway, so I think what I'm actually going to do is place them over this way. Now, I am not going to follow what the game is telling me to do at all, because what I am going to do instead is try to build the collectors so that they reach all the way over there, because I've completed this level already. You guys don't need to pay attention to the tutorial, just pay attention to what I'm saying, okay? So, we just place all of these collectors right here. And as the tutorial in Creeper World User Space said before, you want to try and build these collectors in a way so that you generate the most amount of energy using the least amount of collectors. So you want to space them out a little bit, just so that their energy range are not, their energy ranges, I guess you could say, are not overlapping each other. So we connect the collectors to the cannons right here, and the energy will be transferred over to the cannons as soon as these collectors are done charging up, and we'll be able to get them built. Now, because I don't want this to take forever, I am going to increase the flow of time to 4x, just so that these things can get built a lot quicker. There we go. Impressive. Spread your network and defeat the blue creeper emitter. You'll need to build a nullifier near the emitter to destroy it. Don't forget to connect your network to the pod behind the emitter. So, now what we gotta do, okay, move your pulse cannons in close to the creeper. Yes, I already know. Oh yeah, and this is kind of useful. You can move the map around with the right mouse, arrow keys, or WASD keys, zoom with mouse wheel, and or the Q and Z keys. Because for some reason, the map does not take up the entire screen, which is kind of odd, unless you zoom it all the way in. It still kind of has the quality of a Flash game, though, because this version of Creeper World runs on Unity, but, I mean, it's still very pixelated when you zoom the maps in, and it still kind of has that Flash game quality to it. But basically what we want to do is that we want to build some collectors all the way over here, and then we want to try and place down a nullifier. So this circle right here is the range of all these weapons. Now in some cases the range can appear red, as you can see. That basically shows the cannon's line of sight. So they're on a lower elevation right here, which means they can't shoot anything that's above them, but they can shoot the creeper that's directly in front of them. So if they're blocked by walls, they can't shoot through that. So we have to wait for this nullifier to finish charging up. This requires about 50 energy, but once it does charge up, we'll be able to obliterate this creeper emitter. So I'm gonna go and speed this up right here, and then here comes all the energy used to actually charge up the nullifier. Yeah, because we have to build it up first. Then it's going to fire a laser, and there you go, the emitter explodes. Build your network close to the pod to collect it. Now, it does leave behind a little blue glow right here, and if you place a unit over it, it'll actually gain a special ability. For instance, if I decide to place a cannon over the emitter's glow right now, or the emitter's remnants, it gives me additional range. As you can see, it pretty much like doubles my range right here. But we're not going to do that right now. What we are going to do instead is that I don't know, I guess we could try building some cannons here, but we don't really need to do that. Because the emitter is gone now, the creeper does stay here, but it will vanish after a while. So we're pretty much safe right now, because the creeper pretty much can't do anything to us. So we're going to try and build these collectors over to that pod, and once we collect the pod, that will be the end of the level. So we're just going to wait for all this to get built right here. Here we go. And then just have this pod get built, and then the pod just takes off into the air, and we collected the Carceri shield key. And that is it for the first level, so that's all you have to do. So some of these levels will only require you having to destroy the emitters. Sometimes you'll have to destroy the emitters and collect the pod key as well, or the shield key that unlocks the planet, or the next planet that you have to go to. And sometimes all you have to do is just collect the shield key, and that'll be it for the level. So there are some different objectives for each level right here, and then you can submit your score, but we're not going to bother with that because I have no interest at all. So then we go to Carceri, and we're going to restart this world as well because I already played through this one right here. So right here we get introduced to the relays. So the relays have returned from Arc Eternal. Okay, wait a second, this is paused again. Yeah, so build a collector near the green tech artifact to obtain it. This will unlock the relay tech. Relays can be used for making long-range connections, but do not produce energy like collectors. So they behave in the exact same way as the relays from user space. But of course, they do have a different design. So again, what we're going to do here is that we're just going to build some collectors right here. Expand your network and build weapons to engage the creeper. Your target is the large war-up inhibitor in the lower right. Build a nullifier near it to take it out. Build a nullifier near the war-up inhibitor to destroy it. Destroying the inhibitor will destroy other enemies on the map. So in some of these levels, yeah, that's the inhibitor right over there. So in some of these levels, all you actually have to do is just destroy the inhibitor over here, and it will kill every enemy on the screen, and then you beat the level. So that's our objective right here. Now there's actually a bunch of collectors over here that I could probably try to connect to right now. Yeah, because they're all disconnected. They were all remnants left by the people who once lived on these planets. I'm gonna do that first, just so I can collect some energy right here. We will be able to get the nuclear reactors back, so we can produce even more energy. So what we're gonna do right now is that since this is all flowing out right here, I'm gonna try building a cannon over here. You can actually build cannons and relays on these rocks. I don't know if that's exactly what I want to do. I do know that I would like to try and build a relay right here at the very least. That way this goes by a lot faster, and I need to try and stop the creeper from flowing, obviously. So I'm just going to build a cannon right over here. I'm gonna try and get some more relays set up over this way, I believe. Yeah, and of course you have to wait for the ammo packets to actually enter the cannon before it can start firing. Gotta load it up first, You gotta load it up, and then it can start shooting all the things. Shoot all the things. It's the objective of this game. So, try building some cannons right here so we can at least push this stuff back. And hopefully it gets to it quickly, because of course it has to build the relays as well. Yeah, I'll put some more relays over here. I could also build the relays on the rock so that the creeper can't actually get to it, which would be very useful indeed. I am going to... Yeah, sure. I'll place it right over here, and hopefully they get set up quickly. So, essentially what I want to do here is that I actually just want to set up the relays on these rocks and try to connect them over it. Of course, I don't want them to get destroyed, so because that's not a good thing if that happens. In that case, I may actually set up another cannon right here, and then I'll try and put... Yeah, I'll actually try to connect the relays like this on these rocks. I feel like that's a bit of a safer bet right there. And then I throw up another relay over this, what I assume is like a demolished castle. And what I could do is take out the emitter right now and place a nullifier down there, but I think what I'm going to do instead is that I'm going to place a relay right here so I can connect to this collector, place another relay down over here, and now I believe I am close enough to just take out the inhibitor. Yes, I am. So, if this says targets 1, then that means you are within range of the inhibitor and you'll be able to destroy it once you get the nullifier set up. So we're just going to speed this up right here. Yeah, so as you can see, the cannons, they do hold the creeper back pretty well. The blasters also did the exact same thing in the original user space, so they are very effective against them. But there is like one new weapon in this game that is actually really cool. In a really cool way you can keep back the creeper, actually. Speaking of the creeper, there is one new mechanic that doesn't really affect the gameplay, but it does affect the appearance of the creeper, because you can actually configure its appearance now. Specifically, you can change the color of the creeper. There's a menu in the settings that allows you to configure the creeper color. So, if you're getting tired of the usual blue color that the creeper appears, you can change it. If you wanted to, like, change this to actual slime, you know, change it green, and you could change it red to make it look like a flow of blood. So that's one thing you can do. There we go. We got rid of the inhibitor right there. Achievement unlocked focused. I don't know if that means I completed this in like a very short amount of time. I'm not sure if that's why I got that achievement. Achievements do make a comeback in this game as well. And this game has a lot more achievements than user space. There's like 139, I believe that's the exact number, so ton of achievements in this game. But that's it for all of the levels. So you can customize the color of the creeper. So if you wanted to make it green, red, blue, or black, or white, or whatever, you know, if you wanted to make it look like snow, like the snow was attacking the planet, you could do that. And you can also configure the color of the anti-creeper, which is a brand new mechanic that we are going to get into later on. I don't want to spoil what that is right now, because I don't believe we get introduced to it until we get to this planet right here, Starsync. So I prefer to leave that explanation until we actually get to Starsync. So that's it for the first sector. We're in Sector 2 now, which is Abatis, and we're going to go to Planet Telos. So we're going to start right here. We're going to restart the world. Calibrating planetary sectors, it's basically the loading screen. So this is where we get introduced to the nuclear reactors. We're gonna unpause this right here. Collect the reactor tech artifact at the bottom of the map. So as per usual, we're gonna start by deploying all sorts of collectors right here. I think we are gonna have to zoom out in order to place this down. Yeah, sometimes you will have to zoom out because the heads-up display will get in the way. Reactors produce energy like collectors, but can be tightly packed. You'll need to build around 10 reactors for this mission. Build only a couple at a time until your energy production increases. So once again, we're just going to start by putting all the collectors down. We are going to put some of the nuclear reactors down, but I'm just going to try and steal as much energy from the planet as I possibly can, just so that this is a lot easier for me. Yeah, so as you can see, I have like no energy whatsoever. But as you can see, now that number is going down, I'll be able to get all that energy back. So, well actually, I think I'm gonna like place one more down here. Yeah, sure. So, pretty much all of the space is being used up, pretty much. So, Now what we want to do is that we're going to place some reactors down. We are going to try and speed this up because it takes a really long time. But when the nuclear reactor gets set up, we'll receive about 0.4 more energy. And it doesn't matter where they're placed down, because they just give you more energy. So it doesn't matter if the collectors are using up all the space, because the nuclear reactors can just generate their own. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna place... Yeah, it told me to place at least 10 reactors, so I think that is what we're gonna do. In the meantime, though, that creeper is actually starting to get pretty close, so maybe I should focus on getting some relays put down, probably. So let me go and do that. Yeah, just place them like right up here, perhaps. Yeah, because that's not good. That's not going to use up too much energy. I guess. Okay, I can only place it down right there. Fine then. So we'll do that. Place a relay all the way down over here. And then I think what we're going to do is that we're going to start building up cannons, so we can take care of these, of this creeper right here, the advancing creeper, which again is not, I really don't think is a reference to Minecraft. I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, it sounds a lot like it, but I'm pretty sure that's not the reason why the developer named it that. It's a creeper because it creeps. It creeps towards you, like a very creepy gelatinous blob. Yeah, so we're just gonna place some more relays down. Sometimes these levels can take very long to complete because they are very slow paced, but just bear with me, guys, okay? We'll get through this together. I am gonna try and speed up at any point that I can, and of course I'm gonna cut parts of the video out too, because sometimes it can be a very long and tedious process to get through these levels, but it's okay. I still enjoy it regardless. I mean, I've only played like very few levels off screen, but what I've seen so far is fantastic. I'm loving this game so far, and I do actually think it is better than the original Creeper World, or Creeper World User Space. I especially love that anti-creeper weapon, and I really do want to show that off to you guys later on. So it did tell us to place 10 of them down. I do believe we will have 10 placed down after that. Yeah, so I have about 5 of them on each side, so we're just going to build them up very quickly. But these ones do cost about 50, so it is a little bit slow. But there we go. We have 10 reactors set up. Now all we have to do is just destroy these emitters and then pick up the key, the shield key that leads to the next planet, which I do not remember its name. It's not Starsync, I know that for a fact. But we're gonna just go and build some more cannons. But in order to do that, we're gonna have to put down some relays first, and then we can connect the cannons to the relays. And then we can just go and destroy some more creeper. I don't know if I should start by taking out the one on the right, but I guess it really doesn't matter where exactly we go. Yeah, it really doesn't matter like what order we take these emitters out in. Just go in whichever order we prefer, because the game doesn't tell you. I don't think the game really cares either. I placed the cannon down on that giant rock over there. It does seem like there's a bunch of ruins in this place. This place has been completely destroyed by the creeper. We're gonna place some cannons down so we can take care of that stuff over there, so we can try and try to gain the advantage on it. And I do believe I am going to place down a relay over here. It does keep track of how long you've been playing the mission. Obviously the mission time is not in real time because I've been speeding this up. Yeah, there we go. So I have the relay set up right here, so it can take out some stuff on the lower sections. Yeah, it can still take out enemies on the lower sections, like if it's on a raised platform. But if the creeper happens to be above it, there's not really anything that the cannon can do about that. So most likely it will get destroyed. So I am going to... Where actually should I go here? I don't think I'm gonna put it in that crevice because that seems a little bit dangerous. Yeah, so much like Creeper World User Space, you essentially have an infinite supply of these weapons and structures. When your weapons get destroyed, you can just rebuild them because you're constantly siphoning energy anyway, so as long as you're creating enough energy, then you can just go completely buck wild with all the weapons. Really doesn't matter. You essentially have an infinite supply of them, so as long as you're creating energy, you can just keep building more. So I think it might be safe to build this right here. This is kind of a gamble though, because the creeper is getting so close to it that I feel like it might get destroyed. Also, I do actually need to build another relay here. I think I will actually place the relay in the corner, because we just have all these connections, so then all of the energy can flow to it. It gets set up, and then it can start attacking, just like that. Well, actually, I don't know if I could have placed a nullifier there. No, I don't think the nullifier would have been close enough to it, actually. Yeah, so we're gonna have to destroy a little bit more of the creeper before we can actually, like, squeeze our way into there. And then we can finally destroy that first one. Then we can probably take out the one in the middle. Okay, yeah, there goes my pulse cannon. That's no big deal. You just place it back a little bit. Place it a little bit further back so we can just play it safe. And then we can probably put it back over here and try to rebuild it, because now that part of the creeper can't actually get over to that corner. Then we can just keep on destroying even more of it. So as you can see, the connections do go straight through walls. If a relay is behind a wall and you're trying to build a cannon, that won't matter, because it'll just build the connection over the wall. So you don't need to worry about that. Yeah, actually, I could build all these cannons straight from this one relay over here. Alright, it's time to place the nullifier and see exactly how this goes. Here we go. The first emitter is gonna get destroyed right about now. Here we go. There's that laser. Yeah, as you can see, that also destroys the nullifier, but that's okay, because after you destroyed that emitter, there's no use for it anyway. So even if it didn't, you might as well deconstruct it. Power zones are left when you destroy enemies. Yeah, that's what their name was. I was trying to remember. Move units onto the glowing circular power zones to get extra abilities. So that's what I was talking about. As you can see, it has more range. I do believe if you place a cannon over it, that will increase their rate of fire, but that does come at a cost because it does use up a lot more energy. So just be sure you're actually creating enough energy so that it can keep doing its rapid fire machine gun thing for pretty much the remainder of the game. Speaking of which, maybe I can set up some more reactors over here just so I can get a much larger flow of energy coming in, perhaps. How about we just get this all the way up to 10? Sure. Place down 14 reactors, that way we can get our energy influx all the way up to 10 right there. There we go, very nice indeed. Yeah, there is no time limit. You can take as long as you want to complete these levels, but I'm gonna try and see if I can get through this quickly here, because I've already spent quite a bit of time on this level. So I think our next target is going to be the center emitter right over here, and the center emitter does animate now, because I don't think they used to before. So there is still a little bit of a graphical improvement, but other than that, it still looks almost exactly like user space. It does look a lot nicer, though. I mean, obviously there is a major graphical improvement on the weapons right here, as you can see. I can zoom in really close. You guys can really get in on the action. Yeah, the only thing that looks kind of like garbage is the map, because you can see when you zoom in, you can very clearly see the individual pixels. Maybe I will zoom it in like this, just so that the entire map is taking over the screen, so that you don't see the space in the background. Really not sure why the game was designed like that. That's really odd. You know what's even more odd? When I booted up this game for the first time, it didn't even start off in a widescreen aspect ratio. No, it started up at 1024 by 768 because it's still 2007 apparently. I mean, I guess I could get some collectors set up here as well, just to create a much larger flow of energy, just to get a little bit more in there, I guess. And sure, how about we have a cannon set up over here just so we can, like, get rid of that creeper right over here, so maybe I could show off this, like, energy ring over here. Yeah, and this would be perfect too, actually, because the creeper's getting pushed back even more, so we're gonna try and build this up. And I believe here comes the rapid fire action. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, that cannon is firing very rapidly, and it looks a lot more reddish, I guess, because it's overheating a lot more. But yeah, there we go. Look how far back it's pushing it. My goodness, actually that's not using up that much energy now that I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure that does use more energy. At least I thought it did. And as you can see, the range is a lot better as well, because it can actually detect the creeper from all the way over there now, so it's pretty good. It's pretty nice indeed. It's very useful for sure. But we're gonna try and continue getting to that center emitter. Also, I really do like the music in this game too. Here, let's multitask. How about at the same time that we're trying to build this stuff up, we build some cannons on the left side so we can take out the left emitter. Okay, that's getting a little too close for comfort. Yeah, there we go, guys. There we go. Take care of them. Take care of them all. Yeah, I think that is actually what I'm gonna do. I can still connect it over here. The more cannons you have, the more damage you can do to the creeper. So If you have a good flow of energy, then just go crazy with your weapons. It's pretty much the strategy you use in these early levels. Yeah, we're close enough to the center emitter so that we can set up the nullifier here, so let's go and do that. There's not really any use for all the other weapons now, because the creeper has been pushed back so far that they have nothing to attack anyway. So at that point you could pretty much deconstruct them, but I'm just gonna leave them up there for now. Because at least the one that's firing rapidly, he's still taking out the other parts of the creeper onto the right, so he's still getting some work done. He's still getting some work done. So there's the second emitter destroyed. We still need to pick up the shield key before we can actually beat this level, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. It's still not quite close enough, so I might have to try and set up maybe a couple more cannons here before we can finally get to that left emitter. Okay, got an achievement, Pulse Cannon Lover. So I guess I just get that for placing down a lot of pulse cannons. Yeah, should I mention, I probably should mention that this is another one of these games where the achievements are kind of easy to obtain. Like, you get an achievement for literally beginning the story mode. If it's your first time playing the story mode, you get an achievement for starting it. Again, I'm not a fan of achievements that are like so easy to collect it doesn't feel rewarding in the slightest. Unfortunately, this game has it, but you know, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care that much about achievements anyway, but we are close enough. We can just set up the nullifier here. So let's just go and take it out. It does create like a warming up sound, or like a starting up sound when you're feeding power to it. Like it revs up, and you can very clearly hear it. So all of these have been destroyed now, and all we need to do is just go and get the shield key. So we could probably set up more cannons so we can just get rid of the creepers surrounding it, and then we'll be able to get the heck out of here. Yeah, let's just set up some collectors. I can just place 2 collectors down right there, because they don't take as long to set up as the relays, and we're done. There we go. We collected the Far York shield key, which means we can now go to the Far York planet. However, I think we're just gonna skip straight to Star Sync instead, because Far York is not that interesting of a level. Far York introduces you to the mortars. The mortars behave the exact same way as they do in user space. They fire bombs that can damage deep creepers. So basically, if there's like multiple layers of creeper on top of each other, the mortar is really good at taking out all of those layers. But we're just gonna skip straight to Star Sync, because I really want to show this off. I want to show off the anti-creeper. And also the ore mining, actually, because this is also something new. You can mine for ores in this game, so I'm going to show you how exactly you do it. So we place down our command right here. Why does it always pause the game at the beginning? I don't understand. Okay, well anyway, it doesn't matter. We're gonna zoom this in a little bit just so that the borders go away. So, or at least I'll try to as best as I possibly can. So what we want to do here, well actually, maybe I'll just zoom it out for a moment just so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, we do already have the mortars unlocked in this level already, because we've already been introduced to them. So we want to start off by getting some collectors set up, of course. So we're gonna go and grab this. Build sprayers to make anti-creeper. Deploy sprayers near creeper and they will fire blobs into the creeper. This can be useful for securing a beachhead. So the sprayers fire a substance known as the anti-creeper, which is a light blue color, and you can use it to, well, push back the creeper. The creeper cannot destroy the anti-creeper as far as I'm aware, so as long as you can keep producing anti-creeper, the creeper won't be able to get past you. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I'll still build some more collectors over here. I am going to try and place down some ore mines as well. Yeah, these cost 25. I'm going to place them down on all of these right here. Yeah, not all of the collectors are connected to them, but that's okay. We can remedy that very swiftly. Yeah, we can also place collectors on top of these rocks, as per usual. You connect them back to each other. Try to use up all the space here in the back, so that we're creating as much energy as we possibly can. Yeah, those red lines means that I am running a deficit on energy, actually, so they're getting stressed, but it's okay. Once we get these collectors set up and ready to go, then we'll be getting all the energy. We'll be depleting this entire planet's life force. Yeah, and it tells us that we only need to destroy the inhibitor, which they are right. As you can see, there's like 10 creeper emitters on this map right here. We don't need to destroy all of them. Just destroy the inhibitor in the center and we'll be good to go. They'll be done like dinner. So there's a new bar that appears right here. This is how much anti-creeper we have. Again, we have anti-creeper consumption, and we also have anti-creeper, I'm gonna say absorption. So what we want to do now, so we go to weapons, we have a sprayer. So we're gonna go and place down, yeah, we'll place down the sprayer over here. Yeah, we'll place down a few of them here actually. I'm gonna set up relays so that I can get all this stuff connected. Get all this crap online. Here we go. So these sprayers will squirt out all the anti-creepers so we can hold them back. We can prevent them from destroying our ship right here. Just gonna speed this up. I think I am also going to try and demonstrate the mortars, just to show you guys that they behave the exact same way. So there you go. There's all the anti-creeper. Yep, just throwing it in the general direction of the creeper, and as you can see, the creeper cannot get past it as long as they're shooting out anti-creeper. I don't know if it goes away after a while, but I do believe the creeper will try to destroy it, but it has a very difficult time doing so. Yeah, so what we'll do right here, yeah, is build a relay. I'll demonstrate the mortar here very quickly, just get this built. Alright, so now that the mortar is built, yeah, as you can see, it just behaves the exact same way as it does in user space. It fires mortars into the creeper, causes a gigantic explosion, and it could be used to absolutely annihilate deep levels of creeper. The only thing that's really changed about it is that it has a much nicer design now, as you can see. Has a much more detailed design, and I guess a much more detailed explosion. So we want to try to get into the center there to destroy that inhibitor. So we're gonna go and do that. Try and build some more relays. Okay, I guess I'm not building a relay there. Hang on a second. I can fix that situation very easily. Set up a cannon there. That way you won't be able to get through. Oh wait, I need to set up another relay because it's not... The other one is too far away. There we go. Try to get through those defenses. Why don't you? So we can place down... yeah, we're gonna place down another relay. Actually, we're not gonna place down any more weapons because it's not necessary right now. And those creepers cannot jump across this because, as you can see, this is like just outer space. This planet has been so damaged to the point where you can literally fall through it. So, we just have to build it on these different layers, and thankfully the creeper will not be able to reach us. Now, if we really wanted to, we could put a nullifier right here just to take out these emitters right here. We can take out 2 at a time, which I guess I will demonstrate right now. Let's just go and take these out very quickly, just to make this a little bit easier on us. Here we go, fire at both of them at the same time. Destroys both of them. I'm not gonna bother with the power zones because they're of no use to me whatsoever. Or at least of no importance to me. I think what I'm going to do instead is put down a sprayer. Looks like I'm spraying actual water on them. Maybe that's the creeper's weakness. Hates the taste of water, so it tries to eliminate all of it. Actually, that's not really working out all too well. Well, I think this should deplete pretty quickly, right? Because this is all going to just disappear after a while. Okay, you know what I think I will do in addition to that? So I think I can place... Yeah, I can place a mortar down right over here. I don't want to get rid of the sprayer, though. The sprayer is so cool. It fires the exact opposite of the creeper, and it can't break through it. It basically creates a barrier that it cannot break through, or at least has an incredibly difficult time doing so, and it's really cool. It's awesome, and you can even configure the color of this too. So if you wanted to make this something like Portal, where all of these emitters are just spewing out propulsion gel, you can configure the anti-creeper so that it squirts out repulsion gel. You know, you could have like a Portal themed battle of sorts. All right, well I do believe it is getting pushed back now. Actually, yeah. So this top layer is clean now. It's been cleaned off. It's ready to go. What do I want to do here? I guess maybe another mortar followed by a relay? Yeah, sure. Actually, I have a better idea. No, the better idea is not going to the main menu. Hang on, I'm gonna destroy this right here, because what I think I want to do instead is actually place the mortar on the power thing right here. And actually, could I place a nullifier on it? Yeah, I could. Okay, well in that case, yeah, unfortunately I can't place it on here because the nullifier's range doesn't reach that far. But I can do this at least so that it stretches all the way. Oh yeah, by the way, this also makes the mortar rapid fire as well. Let's just go and set up that nullifier so we can get rid of the other emitter quickly. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, the mortar's bombs do not damage the inhibitor. But we'll be able to take out that creeper pretty quickly. Now, since this cannon is pretty much protected by the anti-creeper, I think what I'm gonna do... Yeah, I'm gonna put another relay over here if I possibly can. There we go. Very, very good indeed. And we are going to try and take that out. Well, I could probably place it on the power zone as well, right? Yeah, it doesn't really stretch all that far though, unfortunately. So maybe that's not the best decision. I could probably put another sprayer here too. There we go. Create an impenetrable barrier that the inhibitor cannot get through. So now we can just end it all with the nullifier. We'll put it right here. Create another relay so that we can actually like load this up, and we'll be done with this level. All right, so get ready for a whole bunch of explosions in just a few moments, guys. Here we go. As nullifier's about to get all powered up. Here we go. Just hits the inhibitor, and all sorts of explosions. We just destroyed the planet even more. Yeah, those power zones are pretty much pointless now because what use would we have for them? We just beat the level. So yeah, that's your introduction to Ore Mayans and Anti-Creeper as well. Really do love that weapon in particular. Anti-Creeper is so cool. There's definitely a lot of possibilities, considering you can change the color of it. So now we're here in Ormos, which I believe is the first level, or one of the first levels in Sector 3. This is where we get introduced to siphons and terps, and this is also where we get introduced to terraforming. So I did mention in the video I made of User Space that Creeper World 3 does have terraforming in it. And this is where we're going to get introduced to it. We use terraforming to repair the walls around these runes right here. I'm going to show that off in just a moment, but we also have siphons right here. The energy storages do come back as well. We're going to try and get the siphons right here. Yeah, we need to build them on the resource packs. The green crystals will give you energy in this map. On other maps, other resources may be available. So we just plop down some siphons onto those, and it will give us additional energy. So then I'm going to try and connect these collectors to the terp upgrade. We're gonna try and terraform this, but we're just going to try and fix the walls around here. We're not gonna do anything too crazy with it, because there's not really anything too crazy you can do on this map anyway. The emitters are off the screen, so you can't destroy them. Our objective here is to just collect the key in the lower right-hand corner, right over here. As soon as we collect this key, we'll be done with the level. So, okay, wait, hang on a second. That's gotta be a collector that I need to place over here. Now, it's coming in pretty close, actually, so I probably should get this turret built up over here. There we go. Yeah, so there's a button right here that says terraform, but we're gonna need to wait for that to actually get built up first, before we can do anything with it. So, we're gonna go and, yeah, I guess put another one over here. We just want to try and repair the walls. That's all we want to do, so let's get some terps built up right here. I'm gonna increase the flow of time because this is getting a little bit shady right here. Yeah, terps will automatically act on nearby terrain. Select a brush size of 1 and a terrain height of 9. Click on terraform, brush size 1, terrain height of 9, right over here. And then we use the brush. We can just left click and drag in order to make it rebuild the walls right here. So this is what it does. It just does this automatically, uses a laser to build up a wall, which I have no idea how that even works. Use a laser to build up a wall. I don't know. Is that something that actually works in the real world? Did somebody create something like that? I have no idea. I have no idea how much technology has evolved in like the past century. I'm actually going to destroy this because I'm not even sure why I placed that down there. I am going to, yeah, I want to terraform this. So all I want to do is repair the walls. If I repair the walls, then the creeper pretty much can't get in here. We'll be fully protected from it, but then we need to try and build over the walls so we can go and get that key down over there. We need to try and do it before the creeper engulfs the entire map outside. Okay, you're gonna need to work fast because I wasn't even aware that this was going on. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, place a cannon right down there as well because I feel like this thing might actually get destroyed, and of course it did. Okay, cannon. Hold him back, please, because I need to... Oh, wait, I do actually have a beam here as well. We'll demonstrate that in just a moment, as in the next level. You need to build this right now. There we go. You're gonna do it automatically because I already told you to do it. Okay. Now we're completely protected from the creeper, but now we need to start adding some relays outside so we can get over over to that key. There, the walls have been rebuilt. So now, try adding some relays outside. We can set up these cannons right here. We can't place them down in the canyon right there, but that's not really the best idea. Well, I mean, it is if we want to take these down, but we're on the top layer, so we can just destroy them real quickly. Real quick. I mean, we do also have sprayers, I guess. Yeah, sure, I guess. Well, actually, no, we won't be able to use sprayers on here because there's no ore mines. Yeah, because we can only use sprayers as long as there are ore mines, so this is not even useful to us in the slightest, so why are we even able to choose this? Get out of here. We don't want you here right now. You're not of any use to us. Neither is the beam, actually. There, I set up some cannons on the other side as well, just so that that entire section will be free as well. It'll be clear. Because I don't know if they can actually make it over the top. I don't believe they can. And if they can, then, well, they take a pretty long time to do so. Okay, that's an incredibly deep creeper over there. So yeah, we just have to build over to the key now. That's all we gotta do. Once we make it over there, we'll be done with this level. So in that case, I might not even show off the rest of this level. I may just cut to the point where I finally get the key, so just give me a moment, guys. I do think you will definitely need some mortars here as well. So build those up too. There, I set up a crap load of reactors as well, so I can get a very good energy influx right there. Look at that, 14.5. I probably don't even need to build up another one, because I think we're pretty much good to go for the rest of the game. We pretty much have this in the bag already. Yeah, because after you've set up all this stuff, it's just a matter of building enough weapons so that you can just like brute force it past the creeper. I do need some relays right here, actually. Obviously, you can get a better score for not taking so long to get through these levels, but I don't care. I just want to try and take my time here. I have patience, even though my older videos would suggest otherwise, but believe me, I do. There we go. There's that beautiful destruction I was looking for. Okay, another relay over here. Yeah, the relays do stretch a lot further, but it's like they don't stretch infinitely, so I need to keep building more whenever one of my cannons is out of range. There we go. We're almost at the key already, and then after that it's just a matter of building another relay. Okay, so if we get right there, we could actually just go get the key and then get the heck out of Dodge, but I'm gonna probably need some more cannons for that. Just set them up right here. Place a relay. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do that with just one relay, because it's not gonna stretch all the way. There we go. They get built up so quickly anyway that it really doesn't even matter. It really doesn't even matter. Just look at all this damage we're doing here. Can I build that now? That's awfully close to the creeper, but I'm gonna take my chances and see if that will work. Looks like it will. Yeah, it definitely will. There we go. We have the key, and that's it for the level. We're done. There we go. Got the Tiplex shield key. Now, in order to unlock the Tiplex world in particular, you actually need 4 shield keys. So, yeah, we're gonna claim victory. Yeah, it doesn't matter that the relay's gone now, because we don't even need it. Yeah, so this is the one we're trying to get to right here, Tiplex, but we need to complete these 3 other worlds right here in order to get to it. I said 3 because we already completed almost. I think the last thing I'll show off to you guys here, if we go to Planet Jojo. Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. Also an hour and 12 minutes. No, that's not the real time. That's not how long I actually took. But it is kind of a lengthy stage. But this is where we get introduced to spore launchers. I don't think I'm actually going to try and beat this stage. I'm just going to show you guys what the spore launchers does, and also the beams. And then after that, I think we'll end this video, because I've been playing this for quite a long time. We'll set up some collectors here very quickly. Doesn't matter if they get straying, it's alright. Just build them up so quickly that eventually we'll be outputting so much energy that it won't even matter. It's fine. Just spam them. Just spam them right here. Okay, well actually, it may not be a good idea to spam them, because this is actually going pretty slowly, but just wait for all of them to set up and then it'll start proceeding a lot faster. So we do have the BM. Right, and now what, well actually, more collectors over here just to get a little bit more energy. So then we can set up the beams right over here, and these beams will protect us from the spore attacks. As their name would imply, they do fire laser beams in order to stop the spores that these launchers throw at you. As you can see, they take a little while to get started up as well, but once they do get built up, they'll try and attack you with spores once every 2 minutes. So we just supply some more ammo to the beams over here, so we can go and destroy them. Now, the only thing is that when the beams are active, that does use up energy as well, so again, just make sure you have a good supply of it, so you can actually get these things set up. Right now I don't really have a good supply of it, but it's okay. I'm not planning on beating this level. I just want to show off how the beams function, and then I think after that we'll just be done with the level. There's also ore mines as well, which I guess I could go and build over to. Yeah, sure, why not? Place some ore mines down there so we can get some anti-creeper flow going. We can extract the anti-creeper, or extracting the ores to make anti-creeper. That's exactly what we're doing. So it just goes to our ship over here. Then we can go in and create some. I guess we could put down a sprayer. Yeah, as you can see, because they are active now, it's going to tell you that it's going to launch spores at you. But just wait a moment. Just place down some anti-creeper right here just to build a protective barrier around us. So, well, I guess I could do the same thing on the right side. So as soon as this timer counts down, it's going to launch some spores at us, which is about to happen. 3, 2, 1. And here come the spores. So they're all coming straight towards us. But as you can see, the beams will just target them automatically, and they'll just shoot them out of the air. Simple as that. If you place some beams around your ship, you'll pretty much be safe. And if they do end up hitting the ground and destroying one of your resources, it does cause some creeper to fly out of it. So be sure to take care of it quickly. If you do have a lot of weapons around, then the creeper will be destroyed almost instantly. In fact, I've had some instances in this level where, because my cannons were protected by the anti-creeper over here, it didn't even manage to destroy the cannon. As a matter of fact, the anti-creeper destroyed the creeper almost instantly. So very good to put your cannons within this little nice little pile of goo over here. So the objective over here is to just get the key. You do need to destroy all of the spore launchers as well in order to complete this level. But we're not going to do that for now, because I do believe I am going to end things here. Because that's pretty much everything I wanted to show off. Obviously, there's more structures and weapons that we still haven't been introduced to, but I don't feel like showing off everything in this video. There's also more orbitals we haven't gotten to see yet, but I don't think I'm gonna bother with that for now, guys. So that's Creeper World 3 Arc Eternal. It's definitely an improvement over the previous Creeper World games. Maybe not where map resolution is concerned, because I can still see the individual pixels when I zoom in, but there's some new weapons. They all have much better designs. Also introduces some new weapons, like the anti-creeper, which I absolutely love. Well, actually, that just reminded me of something. So I go into settings right here. See, you can change the creeper color right here. You can set it to its default color. So I do actually want to try this out, just to see if it does change. Wait, I'm gonna set this all to red. Oh, okay. Yeah, here's a good idea. Kill the blood by peeing on it. Best idea. Let's go and do that for just a moment. Oh yeah, there it goes. There it goes. There's the red creeper. There we go. There's the blood flow right there. It's time for the moment of truth, guys. We're gonna see exactly what this looks like. We're about to unleash the torrent of piss. Oh, there it is. There we go. It's kind of funny though how the actual anti-creeper is still like its usual cyan color. Yeah, it doesn't change. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, there we go. Just kill the blood with urine. But I do like that. There is a little bit of customization you can add to your game. So I do like that. You can color the blood of the creeper and also the anti-creeper. Yeah, there we go. It's boiling hot piss right here. It's causing the blood to evaporate. Oh yeah, and also you can do this just to cause all sorts of explosions. Yeah, I believe this actually carries over from the original user space. Yeah, just, you know, if you want to try and kill the inhibitor by doing this. We can also cause all sorts of spam in the console right over here. 39 more messages. Get out of here. Oh, okay, yeah. It only deletes 10 at a time. That's great. Yeah, so that's Creeper World 3, guys. That's where I'm gonna leave things for now. That's really everything I wanted to show off. It's a fantastic game. Fantastic real-time strategy. Definitely an improvement over user space, for sure, because there's new weapons, and I like all of the new weapons. and new structures that you can set up. Of course, there's terraforming, which I really do like. You can actually terraform the terrain, and I did mention that there is also custom scripting in this game, so you can customize the way the enemies actually behave with all of the custom maps and whatnot. I'm gonna try out some custom maps in my spare time. I would have liked to have maybe tried out at least one in this video, but I don't have time. I do actually need to go somewhere now, so just, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Okay, yeah, this is just going sour very quickly. Oh, I don't even need that other relay up, actually, so because I can just do this. Yeah, it doesn't actually break the connections themselves. And there we go. Just throw some pee onto them. Very good. Good God, that actually does look kind of creepy, though, I will admit. And that's, well, that just hurts my eyes. So yeah, huge improvement over user space and all the other Creeper World games. New weapons, new abilities, they all have new redesigns, and they look a lot better than they did in the Flash games. Still a fantastic and very unique real-time strategy game. I did say that this was also like part tower defense, and I guess it kind of is, but it's mostly real-time strategy. It has some tower defense elements in it, but it's at its heart, it's RTS, for sure. One of the very few RTS games I actually enjoy playing, genuinely, because I mentioned before that I'm not a huge fan of RTS games, but like I said, there's some that I enjoy. I mean, one of my childhood games was actually an RTS, and that of course was Pikmin, and I adore Pikmin to death, and I really wish they would create a Pikmin 4. I think they did come out with a new Pikmin game for the 3DS, I think, but it's not like, a game in the main series. Make Pikmin for Nintendo. If Nintendo made a Pikmin 4 for Nintendo Switch, I would definitely pick it up. As a matter of fact, I did actually get a Switch recently. Yeah, maybe I should actually get a capture card so I can finally record some Switch games and properly record games from my PlayStation 4 as well, because I really would like to start doing that at some point. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, guys. So if you want to purchase Creeper World 3, the link is in the description. It costs about $15 on Steam. I would say it's worth the full $15, but if you want to get it on sale, usually when it does go on sale, it goes for about, I think, 75% off, but I would still say it's very much worth it at its asking price. Very excellent, well-crafted, very unique RTS. If you're into this kind of stuff, if you want to try out something new, something that I'm pretty sure has never been done in a real-time strategy before, check out the Creeper World games, for sure. Also, there is actually a free version of Creeper World 3 called Creeper World 3 Abraxis. That, I believe, is a Unity web browser game, though, and the only problem is that most major internet browsers like Firefox and Chrome dropped support for the Unity web player, which is what you need to play Unity web browser games, so I'm not sure if that's even playable anymore. So even though I didn't show it off in this video, I guess if you want to try out like a demo version of Creeper World 3, because that's essentially what Abraxis is, the link to that is in the description as well. I don't know if it's going to work, though. You may need to use an older internet browser to play it, like Internet Explorer, as much as I hate to say those words. But try that version out first if you're unsure about this. I guess you could say these creeper emitters really boil my piss! You know, sometimes I wonder why I'm even still trying after 6 years. Like, is there even any point anymore? Whatever. I still enjoy making videos, so I guess that's what counts the most at the end of the day. Anyway, I'll stop being stupid now. Just let you guys go about your day now. You've reached the end of the video, so stop watching it. Anyway, later, guys.